One. What's up, and welcome back to Coriolis, the Great Dark Flowers of Algarob. This is session 4 of our campaign. Very excited to have all of our players back with us. We did have some people out last time, and so it's cool to have everybody. And real quick, but we'll do our introductions and then we'll pick up right where we left off at the end of session 3. So my name is Cameron. I'm your game master, so I'll be walking us through the story here. Excited to see what we get up to. I've been loving everything that's been going on. Yeah, I'm hyped. And then if you want to introduce yourself and your character, I guess we should always clarify. All the way over on West Coast, Best Coast, Emma, why don't you get us started?
Hi, I'm Emma. I've got some homemade iced tea with me right now because it's a solid 81 degrees inside with no shade and no functional AC. Welcome to Southern California. I am playing Laura Coates on my handy dandy piece of physical paper here. She is a scoundrel tech smuggler and the scout of the group. And she has a fancy cape and a good time. She is looking a little rough right now. A little rough and bloodied. And that's it.
Then, all the way from twitch.tv/locksteady is Rob. How you doing?
Howdy, howdy. Excited to be here as always. As Cam said, my name is Locksteady. I go by Lock for short. And I am playing Esteem Lutreides, fresh off of deeply traumatizing himself by pistol whipping a guy to death, even though he told him repeatedly we didn't have to do things this way. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have nearly as much fun and interesting stuff to share as Emma did. It's only 79 here, but I also have functional air conditioning, so I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm a pretty bounty hunter, I guess. Yeah, that's what I got for you.
So just for clarification, you were literally like hitting the guy and saying, "Stop making me hit you."
No, they attacked us and I said, "Hey guys, we don't have to do things this way." And they were like, "Yeah, we do." And so then, a guy punched me in the face, so I pistol whipped him to death. And then his buddy punched me in the face and I said, "I'm keep telling you guys, we don't have to do this." And then he punched me again, so I pistol whipped him too.
Teaching valuable lessons to these thugs. So then, all the way from the Mushroom Kingdom, but not the one that you think, and rocking a really cool crop top. Tasha, how you doing?
That's me. Fantastic. It is also very hot here, but I'm very, very grateful that we have AC because I would be melting. I don't do well in the summer. Who am I playing? Oh yeah. Phoebe Jethro, Lenora Tremaine III, is badly injured and is debating or second guessing her life choices. Wondering why she thought stealing from the orphanage was a good idea. Because adventuring sucks. It hurts.
Adventuring sucks as y'all have gone like 10 feet away from home.
Yes. Yes. She wasn't made for this, so.
She wants to live her hobbit life.
Fine. Yes. It's okay.
And then the coolest tugboat pilot in all of Jamora. Mike, how you doing?
Good. So it is 109 degrees here where I'm at, so I am grateful for AC and the fan that is currently blowing on me. But no, doing awesome. I'm thrilled to be back. Missing last week, even though for a really good reason. Still missed you guys a ton, but glad to be back. So I am playing Vesper Solis, as Cam mentioned. I am a tug ship pilot, so she hasn't got to pilot anything yet, but we're gonna see what happens when she does. But other than that, yeah, that's pretty much all she's got. She apparently skipped out on last week to go enjoy some artisanal frozen milk crystals. Yeah, gonna come back and see the party a bloody mess and wonder what happened.
then, all the way from the stairs of Ship City, Joey. We still got to work on it. I'm bad at intros.
Yeah, so I'll be playing Yarkova Nalan. He is a stair peddler, as Cam mentioned, and the odd jobber of the group. His hair is always a mess, and just kind of a unruly, uncouth individual. And also enjoyed artisanal frozen milk crystals last week. Glad to be back.
Yeah, excited to have everybody and excited for us to continue our story. I made this joke off air. I'm going to make it here. Mike is going to do our recap of what we were up to in the last session. He said he's an expert. And so...
the recap is people got hurt.
People got hurt.
Badly.
It did. People did get got.
There we go.
I do joke, but at some point I may have y'all do the intros. I will, of course, warn y'all before I actually have y'all do that. But to see what we remember, that is something that I am considering. But last time, you explored the old archive to discover that the section for Dig Site 12 had been gone through, and there was a tablet-sized gap, meaning your biggest lead in your quest for Master Mosca is vanished. All was not lost, though, because you found another clue, a matchbook for the golden ape on the ground. As you talked and looked around, countless artifacts fell upon you because a young boy pushed the stacks down. He was definitely not trying to kill you, probably just permanently maim. And so, mechanically, you probably wouldn't have died. But all of our players rolled amazingly well. For multiple successes to get out of the way. And then there was a brief foot chase where Steam and Laura were able to catch him. You found out he was hired by a person in a gold mask with piercing blue eyes. As you made your way through the haze to get to Aluminum Bay, you are beset upon by thugs. The Crimson Drifters, including Phoebe, who was just trying to enjoy a book, immediately started blasting. Like, no questions asked. Just pulled out guns, ready to start blasting. Then, as mentioned, Steam murders one of them with our first critical and rolling the critical threshold for insta-death. And so, did I have to have you do that roll? No. But I love for the story that that's what happened. And so it made me so happy for where the story is. And so from there, 2 of the thugs ran away and 2 of them lay dying at your feet, or dying/dead at your feet. So before we get into the session tonight and start playing, a couple things I want us to clarify. By us, I mean me, because I said wrong things. So first off, Phoebe has been listening to audiobooks via her comlink. So from the way that technology works in this world, you would not have access to a personal storage device that could hold books on it.
Aww.
That's not something that would exist within the tech of this world. But what you could have instead, and this still works with you listening to audiobooks, is radio signals. So you'd be getting books kind of patchy as they would come through, but you would still be getting audiobooks. Yeah. And so basically it's kind of the same idea. People have recorded audiobooks that they just played over the radio waves.
Kind of like that old they did with the Nintendo, where they would broadcast a game over the satellite thing, but you could only play it when it was being broadcast. So you got what you got when you got it.
Yeah. And so I wanted to clarify that just kind of as a world building piece, you just would not have access to personal storage. And so, and then, the other thing I wanted to call out is y'all had asked about where the golden ape was and if any of y'all would recognize it. And I said Yarkova would be the one most likely to recognize it. That was incorrect. I was confusing Aluminum Bay and Hull Town, which are two completely different locations on completely opposite sides of Ship City. So, Yarkova wouldn't necessarily be the one to recognize where the Golden Ape was, but plot twist, all of you would probably recognize where the Golden Ape was, because Aluminum Bay is where the Explorers Guild headquarters is located. It's where like the Explorers Guild cantina is as well. And like, while we haven't like directly referenced it, it's probably where your shuttle is located as well. Like it's probably docked somewhere in Aluminum Bay. There's a like ship or Explorers Guild dock, and that's where y'all's grasshopper is. And so not like a radically different impact on the story, but I did just want to call it out as things that were different as we build out the more of the world and more of Ship City. So then yeah, the way that we are dealing with our two players' absences from last week is they're probably just here off somewhere. We made the joke, as referenced by Mike and Joey, that maybe they were getting ice cream. I tend to fall into the gap of they are fighting their own fight, like kind of just off screen, and that's what's going on. But they were around somewhere. For the three of you that were in the combat last session, I need you all to use a point of supply to reload your weapons, since all of you started blasting. So, and so that's just 1 point of supply to reload. And
what if mine's broken?
I probably don't have to then. I should have included that in the recap, but yeah. Phoebe's gun got completely broken last session from some unfortunate ones on her gear dice, and so she is currently gunless. That will have to be repaired if in order to be used again, and so and then you are also knifeless or daggerless because you threw your dagger.
I grabbed one. I wrote down, I grabbed one from dead dude.
Okay. That gets into the next thing. At y'all's feet, as the party, there are the bodies of two of these thugs that y'all took out. Y'all are like basically on like not necessarily like a major thoroughfare in the haze, but y'all are like on your way back to the funicular, as well as the elevator to Aluminum Bay. And so, what would y'all like to do now?
Were any of them carrying pistols by chance?
As you go and look, they are in fact not carrying pistols. But you do find as you look, they each have, or one of them has the dagger that Phoebe said that she picked up. Then they also have a flask of mock spirits, MAKH. This is like an alcohol that's brewed on Ship City. And so, and then for y'all mechanically, you can drink a glass of this to heal 1 point of hope, as long as you're not currently broken. So, after the first glass, you do not gain a point of hope back, and so this is something that y'all could drink to heal up. So, or get a point of hope back.
How many of those are there on the bodies?
1 dagger and 2 flasks.
Does anyone
Loot that
mind
body.
if I
Loot that body.
hug one of those?
A quick question. Ray, the supply, you said each of us expend a supply for reload?
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought the thing was that you could designate one person to supply the supply.
So yes,
And
so
that
like
is
theoretically you could have
kind of
one person.
correlative to what I'm seeing.
Yeah, like you could have one person basically carry all the supply if you wanted, but it is 1 point of supply for each reload. So as long as y'all are tracking where that supply is coming from, y'all can kind of inventory handle it however you want. But basically right now, 2 points of supply need to be spent, and then once Phoebe's gun is repaired, a point of supply will need to be spent there to have more ammo. As y'all,
no, nothing against me drinking one of the things to track back a hope.
No, go for it.
You can take one.
Great.
I'm less
Down the
on
hatch.
health. But I don't know how is team looking as far as hope.
I am currently at 3 out of 5.
Okay.
So
I'm 4
not
out of
terrible,
7, so
but not great.
well, you can take it though, because I have one more
Okay.
point than you. So
yep.
Okay.
Then y'all will, when the next time y'all take a rest, you will regain D6 hope also. So just keep that in mind.
Okay.
So,
You said I get
and
1 hope
then-
back for that?
if you drink it, yes, you gain 1 hope back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
okay.
And then we've also we're talking a little bit about this in terms of like timeline. Y'all probably were at the funeral in like late morning, and it's probably like early evening now. Just kind of as like a check-in for y'all as y'all have walked around. We didn't necessarily talk about the size of Ship Cities too much, but it's basically a 5K long and then 2K deep and wide, and so. But it's not like you can't necessarily walk in straight paths anywhere. Of like there might be an area where like the tunnels are connected by gondolas or whatever, things like that, kind of like what y'all had when y'all traveled to the chasm from the funeral. So yeah, as y'all look around, y'all do notice there's a handful of people kind of like hiding out, peeking around corners, perhaps drawn to the sound of gunfire and violence and stuff like that. None of them are like necessarily approaching you or doing anything openly hostile, but you do see them around.
Phoebe's annoyed because she skipped over a chapter's worth of her audiobook, which right now she's listening to Families at Odds by Zingven. Yes. That's right.
Cameron, real quick. So
Mhm.
even though Yarkova wasn't there for the fight, would he be briefed on like all of the events that happened or have knowledge of this? I'm wondering because the mask and the eyes, sounds like they might be related to the Coriolites, and so maybe Yarkova and the team, so we don't split the party, could go
Or
talk to the Coriolites and see if dig more into who this person might be or so on and so forth.
yeah,
That's what I'm wondering.
yeah, and that's kind of why I fall into the camp of like if you're not here, your character is just like basically just off screen. Just because it makes it so like when you come back in, like the recap isn't like also being recapped to your player or to your
Okay,
character.
I like that. Okay.
And so I do think that there's other ways that like I was talking about this a little bit before we started off air, but the idea of like, hey, if we know someone's going to be gone and they're going to miss two sessions, maybe we like connive away in the plot where they're not there and they're actually not there. But generally speaking, just for the sake of like convenience of the narrative, I like the idea of everybody basically just, you're still together. And so.
Okay. Is there any sort of check I can do to see if I would recognize this person, or no? It's okay either way.
Probably not.
Okay. Cool.
Like just in terms of a lot of people in the Coriolites wear masks, and like I think you would be able to make the connection that they're probably like a relatively
High-ranking person,
important, well-off
Mhm.
person, just kind of from the recap that was given to
Okay.
y'all by the kid. But like, I
By
don't
the kid,
necessarily
okay.
think you would be able to derive anything else based on
Okay.
on what they said.
Okay, so potentially high-ranking. All right, cool. Thanks, Cameron. So team, it sounds like we might be able to go grab a drink at this Golden Ape. It's a bar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. At the Golden Ape before, and see what they have to say there before we hit the sack tonight. Start up again tomorrow.
That's where I'll
Broke.
chime in, just basically be like, is that the Golden Ape? Is that the one on Copper Chain Alley? I think I've heard of that place.
The
I
one.
okay. I mean, I'm down with that. I could use a drink. I'm thirsty.
All that ice cream's got me thirsty.
Right? You know, seriously, you eat ice cream and then all you just want is something to drink afterward. It is the weirdest thing. It doesn't make any sense.
Sometimes you just got to have that ice cream. So
Random thought. Was there any money on these bugs? Phoebe is so bad.
I'll say you I'll be kind and generous and say y'all find 50 rook total. So like 10 for each of you.
Bless you. Generous GM.
Do I understand how the economy of this game works? Definitely not. But we're just doing our best over here.
She's not at 0 anymore, so we're good.
EJ, what did you spend all your money on? My goodness.
Link.
Yeah.
You know what? The orphanage does not have enough money coming in for me to steal. So there was a limited supply. And now I guess karma's caught up with me. That would make sense, actually.
So y'all make your way over to the elevator to Aluminum Bay. Like I said, kind of from the visual, like the chasm is like big glass dome, and then there's the rings below it, and then at the very bottom there's like an elevator that goes to Aluminum Bay. And so you're able to make your way over to that without any other major problems. You do notice as you leave, a handful of like the civilians come over, and basically they do another pass through like the people's belongings, and then some people like pick them up and take the bodies away. And as you go and you make your way to the lift, it's kind of this big, because like gravity doesn't flip necessarily on the other side of the asteroid, so it's not like Australia. And so you like kind of come down, and then like the elevator as it's like descending through the platforms, you see this big mural of the star of Jamua, kind of in the middle of the asteroid as you're like passing through that like level, just like emblazoned on the wall. And then you go and you make your way over to Aluminum Bay. As you go, the doors of the lift separate up, and I'm going to read this from the book. The doors of the giant lift open to a spectacle that hits you with force, even after all these years. The port is a chaos of motion and sound, and a sprawling network of docking bays, scaffolds, and looming cranes, all coated in layers of fine metallic dust. Cargo haulers grind across cracked tarmac, their headlights barely cutting through the swirling fog of grit and exhaust. Street vendors huddle beneath rusted overhangs, their voices hoarse as they hawk skewered meat, spiced tea, and contraband parts. The dim glow of a neon cantina signs flicker through the haze, offering momentary refuge from the dust-choked streets. Beyond the harbor, the great ship Dabaran dominates the void, its immense silhouette blotting out entire sections of the sky. Its gravity drives the dust into swirling tempests, rattling the moorings and making the ships groan under the pressure. The open edge of the bay, exposed to the vacuum of space, flickers with the containment fields that waver slightly under the great ship's pull, sending eddies of dust and fog drifting towards the stars. As we have this gigantic, can really only be like described as this like massive freighter that is has recently returned to Ship City, and is now like hovering in the space outside of Aluminum Bay. There are like small like shuttles that like run between the great ship and Ship City itself, ferrying people, supplies, things like that as the ship, like I said, like the recap or description said, kind of hovers just outside of the gravity field. What would y'all like to do in Aluminum Bay?
I think Vesper's gonna stand there for a second and just stare at the great ship. And probably just loud enough that if anybody's standing next to her, you just kind of hear her just be like, kind of just sigh as she looks at this great ship, and you just hear her go, someday I will get my hands and I will get to fly one of these. And just this note of longing in her voice that she cannot wait to fly one.
For someone that is a pilot, like the act of like flying a great ship would be like the elite of the elite. There are so few, and there's so few pilots that are capable, people that are capable of like captaining a great ship. And so, on top of the idea of like running a mission or something like that, running an expedition out of the great ship is like such an elite level skill set.
I think Yarkova would start heading towards the Golden Ape, kind of headset on, getting a drink and, figuring out what this place has to do with the murder of Levon.
Okay. I'll make y'all's way over. As you get by and you walk by some of the cranes and docks and all of those things, you hear from probably about 20-30 feet away from you, "Look out!" followed by a crash. after a couple moments, you hear somebody just saying, "Oh no, oh no, oh no," as they seems to be some scramble around that sound. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna risk it for the narrative moment of it all. Steam is only loosely paying attention to what's going on, kind of following the group, but like constantly like looking at my hands like, God, what did I do? Like I'm just completely in my own head about the fact that I just beat a guy to death with a pistol. So my reaction time is going to be largely predicated on what the people in front of me do or don't do.
Yarkova is a little skittish, so upon hearing the great crash, he probably reaches for his, his pistol and, tries to figure out what's going on.
Like out in her comm link or something because she's still listening to her book. What?
What was that? Just like the least
Come again?
observant party. Yes, y'all fully rely
Yes.
on Laura Coate and her like lookout ability to keep you all safe as like
Yeah.
no one is paying attention.
In my
With a little
defense,
probably-
trauma is very distracting.
Yeah. Laura would like step out of the street or whatever, but like look around to see what's going on.
As you like kind of like step over or step into like the next area, you see there's a crane. It looks like they were in the process of unloading one of the shuttles from the great ship, and it seems like one of the crates came loose and fell. It's kind of just like random parts from what you can see from where you are, but there's a single person who's likely the crane operator that is just like trying to gather up all the stuff that's scattered.
Knowing he's
Sucks.
not in immediate danger, Yarkova will holster his pistol.
I'd say Vesper's gonna just like, how far away is it? The crash from where we're
Like-
standing.
Like 20, 30 feet. Like the way that like
Okay.
you could imagine it is there's kind of like the dock area and for kind of like the layout of the world. Like Aluminum Bay is the main port for Ship City. It used to be in Hulltown, but has been moved to Aluminum Bay. And so this is going to be like, again, the main in and out thoroughfare. And there's kind of you could think of it as like the walkway area for the normal pedestrians. And then like if you ever gone to a place like Seattle or something like that, where there's a lot of boats, there's kind of like the drop down to the space dock. And that's where all of this is going on. So it's still within like the airfield of Ship City, but it's it's not a place that you could just like walk into necessarily or fall into. Maybe that's the better way to say that.
I think Vesper's gonna head over and help the guy start picking up stuff.
Yeah.
And then she's just gonna be like, "Are you okay?"
He goes, "Oh," as you like pass him something. He goes, "Oh, thank you so much. I'm." You can like as you look at him, he just has these like huge like bags under his eyes. He looks like he's like barely holding it together in terms of sleep. He's like, yeah, I looked away for 1 second and then it fell. I just can't have this on my record. I got to have it put back together quickly. He puts out his hand. My name's Lynn.
And then Vesper will shake his hand. Actually, no, she won't shake his hand. She like, is he putting out to like shake your hand?
Yeah,
like
he's
that?
like kind of carrying
Okay.
some stuff in one arm and then like kind of sticks out his hand as he like tries to like balance the stuff that he's picked
And
up.
so she's got stuff in the other hand, and she's just gonna like high five him, just, bam! Or just maybe even like a side five, like bam, and just be like, "Hi, my name's Vesper," and and she's like, "Where do you want to put all this stuff?"
he goes, there's a crate over there. If you could just help me get it over there. Obviously, I wish we could just use the crane, but I just got to get this stuff out of the way before the foreman sees.
All right, so Vesper's gonna look back kind of at the group, and she's gonna see kind of Steam standing there, and she's just gonna yell, "Hey, Ghost Breath, get over here!" Because Vesper is now nicknaming everybody.
Everybody. Does anybody know what their nicknames are? Nope.
Nope, she is making it up at the moment.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah, who's Ghost Breath?
Steam! Come on.
I made my Samson puns well known.
All nicknames will be buns. It's just for Cameron's effect.
I see what you did there.
And suddenly, this person also somehow drops an anvil on Vesper's head. Oh, look, I rolled a 66. Vesper's dead.
So, I'm fully aware that could be an outcome of said fun. But so Vesper's gonna be like, Steam, come help.
Huh?
We need more hands.
Yeah, that's my reaction. Just and then I'm gonna obviously recognize that I'm being called for assistance and make my way over to help. But like that very much is the like where am
Vesper,
I?
And the reason Vesper's doing this is because she kind of notices you're a little out of it, and so she this is kind of her way of trying to pull you out of whatever's going on in your head.
I dig it.
Yeah. Is anyone else?
Yeah, I'll make my way over and
helping move the stuff.
Yarkova would be
Alright, well.
extremely uninterested in this.
Okay.
But Yarkova might go.
not just no, but extremely no.
Yeah,
Right.
hang out by the side. Extremely no.
Okay. Okay. So
You see Yarkova post up on a box and just lean back.
Yeah.
Just chewing some gum, hanging out.
Yeah. I came here to help civilians and chew bubble gum, and I'm not out of bubble gum. And so
Basically.
the group of y'all are able to help this person as you're moving the parts. They are what could best be described as great ship parts. They kind of are various pieces of machinery or expedition parts that are they're probably some part of some repair for something on the great ship, maybe on one of its shuttles, maybe one of its actual inner workings. It's a bit the specifics are a bit over y'all's head, other than they look kind of general techie, general repairy. And so you are able to maybe it takes a stretch of 15 ish minutes as y'all have to work together and get everything moved. But eventually you get stuff put into a new box, and then Lynn will go and more or less hide the other box so that it's out of the way. And then as y'all finish helping, Lynn says, "Oh, thank y'all again so much." He's a little out of breath. As I said, my name's Lynn Massimer, or Massos Mamasser, Mamosser, Mamaso. And he says, I've just been so tired lately. My wife and I, we just had twins, and I really need this job, and but I'm just getting such little sleep. I thank y'all for taking the time. If y'all ever need anything, please just come find me. The Massmore house is open to y'all, and anything that we can do to repay you.
Can you fix a pistol?
Can he fix a pistol? He goes,
you really want this guy playing with ammunition in his state? Do you see the 5-piece luggage set under his eyes? This man is tired.
Not right now. General, do you have the capabilities to repair said item?
He'll say, it's not really my skill set, but if you want, I could give you a recommendation. There's a spot not too far that may be able to help you out. And he'll give you
Cool.
directions to basically like hardware repair type spot. That's like kind of along the way to the Golden Ape.
Amazing.
And with that, he says, "Okay, I guess I better get back up there." Kind of like hits himself in the side of his face to like wake him up. Got a couple more hours of my shift. Can't have another mistake. Thank y'all again. As he goes and like starts like kind of climbing back up the crane that he operates, and gets back and gets ready to like load up the next batch of cargo.
I really feel like we
Get
should
out
find
from
that
under
guy
that area real quickly.
Right. Like as we're all walking out, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna turn to Steve and be like, we definitely need to find that guy some legal stimulants. I mean, maybe
Yeah,
illegal at this
I may
point.
have
It
some
might even
contacts,
also.
but that's a later problem.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think Coffee of the Month Club's going to cut that one.
Yeah, no.
As y'all make your way over, you do make it to the repair shop. Phoebe, as y'all walk in, the owner is this maybe like Vesper-esque character of this like greasy, like older woman, like hair back in like this super long ponytail. And like clearly has like layers of like grime and oil like kind of caked on from like years working on the ships and the repairs and stuff like that. And she goes, "Welcome in. What can I do for you?"
Your place is lovely. So I had a bit of doesn't matter. I need help with this pistol. It's very broke. Some jerk took it and broke it.
Oh, gotta make sure you arm yourself. Gotta do your best. I guess
No.
leave it here. It'll be 50 rook to fix it. But I'll have it good as new.
Wait, you said 50? Listen, can I offer? I've got 10 to my name. Would you care for librarian services? Botanist services? Do you like my bird?
Do you like
You
Did
can't
we
take
mention
sell the
Lynn
bird?
sent us?
You mentioned, Lynn?
Just Lynn sent us. So he had a mishap. He had twins. That's his first problem. But he so we helped him out. He had a little accident. He sent us to. We asked. He said he knew you. By the way, oh my gosh, could I spend a day in here? Like, do you work on the great ships?
She goes, "Oh, well, not in years. I used to back in the day. Did my share of expeditions, but now I'm just trying to keep afloat, keep food in my belly. You know what I mean?"
Oh, wow. You gotta have some great stories about being on those great ships. Anyway, okay. We're headed over to the Golden Ape. Can we leave the gun with you? Have you repair it? And then how much would we owe you?
You know what? Y'all helping Lynn out? I'll take that 10 rook you have to your name. I'll have it fixed for you by morning.
Can you read? How did you know?
Phoebe did say I have
Wow,
10
this
rooks to my
guy's
name.
really-
And
I
was like, this is why
As
you
thanks
never
for
yell
your
how much money you have.
As thanks for your assistance, I'll take 100% of your money.
Everybody,
Yes. In that case. It could be
PJ,
negotiated.
You
if you
don't
really,
like your friend very much.
PJ,
What a
if you
coincidence.
need
That's the
help,
exact.
I can help you. If it's the only 10 rook, I can help you.
That would be amazing.
All
That
right,
would-
all right. You
Do
fix the
you
gun.
need help?
We'll be back.
Books, flowers, anything?
And so as you hand your barely held together pistol over to this woman, she takes it, kind of sets it on the side of her like her workbench, and says, "See y'all tomorrow. It'll be good as new."
Did we catch her name? I don't think we got her
Y'all
name,
did
did
not
we?
ask. No.
Okay. I'm gonna spin around real quick. What's your name, ma'am?
She says, "My
Yeah, quick.
name is Jevgi. Welcome. Come back anytime."
I'm sorry. Did you sneeze?
No, you know what? It's gonna
How
be 50 rook again.
No.
Hey, no. We can take our business elsewhere.
how do you spell that?
Jevgi.
It's Jevgi, Jevgi.
E. Okay.
All right, Jeffy. Nice to meet you. Thank you for fixing her pistol. We really appreciate it.
Um,
Ah. Who needs money?
who needs money?
So apeward bound.
So as you go and you continue through the thoroughfares and the docks, maybe there's some areas that you pass that are a little bit more rickety, just kind of from the amount and the weight of traffic. For those of you that are probably less familiar with Aluminum Bay, as we said at the top, y'all all been here before, like in terms of like been to the district, but this may not be an area necessarily that like kind of looking at Phoebe maybe as the example is probably a person like this is probably not an area Phoebe would have necessarily come to very often. You probably just would not have had a reason to. Whereas like the rest of you, like it's very reasonable that like especially for like Steam, for Vesper, like it's very possible that y'all had some sort of job here like at some point in time. Maybe prior to coming into the Explorers Guild, y'all came and did something again similar for Laura and Yarkova. Like it seems reasonable that y'all probably could have found some sort of gig over here at some point, but this is not necessarily would be an area or wouldn't necessarily be an area that you'd be super familiar with unless it was like specifically part of your backstories. Other than that, and so as you make your way through, you find let me put the matchbox. Oops, clicked the wrong thing. Put the matchbox up on stream just for those playing along at home. So yeah, as you go, you see there is this cantina type place with this glowing neon yellow ape kind of on the outside of it. There's not like necessarily a name, but it's there. It's pretty obvious. And as you get closer, you realize that the actual like building itself is basically an old shipping crate that has been converted into this restaurant. Like perhaps this was something that was used as a way of transporting goods on a great ship. Perhaps this is something that came through over the years, but it's this like multi-level like shipping container restaurant basically. As you get in, there's a handful of like random patrons, and then there is a person behind the bar. what would y'all like to do?
Yakuba would like to, head over to the bar, uh, order a drink, and kind of just, you know, just wait for the rest of the party to get in, I guess, and
Okay.
just chill for a second and listen. Yakuba's kind of used to like listening around for things and just kind of blending in to the crowd, but definitely listening for people to talk about, Levon, maybe the name Garb, Bulateb, and Alder, Mirzirtayan.
As you approach the bar and grab your seat, the bartender says, "Welcome in, welcome to the Ape." She slides you over your drink, and then then you can kind of go about your listening as you more or less eavesdrop. And this is kind of for all of you as you're getting settled in. You do find that there's kind of a parts of the bar that maybe are a little seedier than others. Y'all see a handful of Zopties similar to Amara that y'all met outside the apartment, kind of similar badges, stuff like that. They're in some areas. And then there's a couple areas maybe that are a little bit more sketchy.
She's going to be a little wary because she's not familiar with this part of town. So she has briefly paused her book so she can just keep an eye on her surroundings. Do they sell, what was it, mock here?
Mm-hmm.
Is that like, if there's any of that, she would love like a glass or a shot of that so she can get a hope back.
The person says, "Oh yeah, of course. Y'all opening a tab as a group, or are y'all gonna each do your own?"
Don't look at me.
I'll cover one glass for her.
Okay.
That's all I need.
That's all I need. Okay. So you're able to get a flask. She also the bartender hands y'all out some menus. They do serve food here as well. Y'all would recognize that like there's kind of like restaurants like this throughout Ship City, but then there's also like various street food and stuff like that that may not be necessarily as healthy, but tends to be much cheaper than cantina food.
Chicken titties?
Dino nuggies.
Dino nuggie.
Okay. So y'all do need to eat as like on a daily basis for everybody. I don't know if we're going to necessarily track food, but that is something that like y'all do have to do. And so
is that a supply per day, or what does that look like?
So in in civilization, it's like you would need to actually like acquire food. Like you could use supply as kind of your bare minimum. But like you as a person would probably not want to use your supply for that. And then
like the distinction of astronaut food to restaurant food.
Yeah. And actually like supply from like a mechanical standpoint too, supply is more expensive than food. So like, yes, you could use supply, but you'd be better off just kind of eating a normal meal than doing that. So the bartender looks at all of y'all. So 2 drinks and a round of chicken nuggets for all of you.
Are there chickens on the asteroid?
I
love that.
Yeah, You know what? I don't
It's chicken
know,
in
so we're gonna
quotes.
say yes. There definitely are. They
It's impossible.
brought chickens from the first horizon, which is like where we are, like is where Earth is. They brought them to the old horizon, and then some came over on the three ships of the diaspora. And so we're gonna say canonically yes. Thousands of years in the future, chickens still here and still taste the exact same. We have not GMO ruined chickens. So
Amazing.
and so
Truly a better timeline.
yes. Like, are we stranded in this part of space with no way out? Yes. But at least we have chicken nuggets and chicken tendies. So,
What
Okay.
I want.
so
Yeah, same. Just sort of the absent nod of like assent. Yes, I need food. Ergo, yes, feed me.
Eric.
Mhm.
So
Phoebe wants to, because she's been eyeing this area. I feel like she would have maybe like caught steam kind of in a funk, and she wants to take her. Okay, the audiobooks or whatever that's coming through. Is it just on her comlink, or is there like a second like earbud that she needs?
I'll say you could have your comlink like tuned to picking up like the radio signal.
Okay, she will turn to Steam really quick and tap on his shoulder. Can I see your comlink real quick?
Sure.
Thanks. And she's gonna tune to the audiobook she was listening to, hand it back. There you go. Enjoy.
Thanks.
It's a great story. It's not a
Just-
smutty one. I save that for my own my own time.
That's for not walking around
You
town.
hook me up with one of those stations. I could really get in on that. The last one I had kind of fell flat.
Do you there's another, I'm sure there's multiple radio stations
Yeah.
for different whatever. I can program yours too. Just a
Yeah, and
little
you're basically
something
able to go
maybe help
around. Yeah. If anybody else wants theirs, Phoebe can
Yes,
help
Vesper's
each else if you
gonna
would.
kind of look at the menu and be like, I'll take a dirty Shirley and some chicken tendies.
What makes it dirty?
Well, it's grenadine, lemon lime soda, vodka, and a ridiculous amount of cherries.
So is the cherries the dirty part?
I mean, technically, the vodka's the dirty part,
It's the
but it all
alcohol
depends
here.
on what you decide to do with the cherries. Could also make it dirty.
I read a book about that. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was on the other night. It was like 2 a.m. It was great.
Is there any entertainment, like a band or anything else going on in the
There's
bar?
not specifically on this kind of being a random night. It is pretty loud in here, just kind of for the space, perhaps because of the great ship bringing in additional people. But there's like, you can definitely, like, as you look around, you can see a space that like perhaps where a band would be sometimes, but it looks like they've kind of set up like rickety additional tables in that area.
Okay, you mentioned that there was a seedier part of the bar, yes?
Mm-hmm.
What does that specifically look like?
Yeah. So like, if we're thinking of like kind of different like sections of it, I said floors earlier, maybe like not necessarily
Okay.
stories, but like there's like the bar area floor, then kind of there's like a raised like half area, and there's some more seating there. Then like a little farther back, there's another like floor. So it's like one big space. but there's like these different seating areas. And as you kind of like look around, you can definitely see like there's some more like shadowy areas and stuff like that that look a little bit seedier.
And I can't make. I guess I'm gonna walk a little bit towards that area with my drink, just kind of maybe looking at the walls, just at the decorations. Um, trying not to draw attention to myself, but trying to get closer to the seedier areas to see if I can hear anything of interest. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to leave eyesight of my party, but I do have the comm link, so I think that actually might be okay if I did.
Can you remind me, what is your contact's name?
Bizo, Bizo.
Okay. So as you go and you walk towards this area, perhaps trying to not draw too much attention, you hear your name like yelled over the noise of Yarkova, is that you? As Bizo comes up to you, also carrying a drink, gets up from his table and says, "I didn't know you came to this part of town."
Recognizing who it is, Yarkova would, embrace Bizo and with a warm greeting. I sure do every now and then. How about you, bud? It's been a while since I've seen you.
He goes, "Yeah, I mean, you've been so on the up and up with that new guild. Excited to see you making your way in the world. It's usually the place
man,
that we see explorers, though. If you can catch my drift," as he like lowers his voice a little.
you know me, man. Do whatever it takes to make a rook. Have you heard anything recent of
Oh,
note?
I mean,
And then I'll take out my purse and slide him 50 rook.
Phoebe, how's that make you feel? All this rook going to some rando. I say rando with his contact, but I gotta say, me knowing that Phoebe has no money makes me really happy because I feel like it just gives me a lot of great opportunities as the GM. Does it?
The Schadenfreude is real.
Yes.
You're poor. That's hilarious.
Like, you spent all of your money on a comlink so you could communicate with the party? How silly.
Wow.
No, I know. How dare.
How dare.
At least have my books.
Paying off your student loans is optional, right?
Yes.
Right.
And so Bizo kind of takes the rook and pockets it and like kind of like gestures you over to the side and it's like what kind of stuff you looking for? Like what do you need?
I'll show him the hopefully I have it, the matchbook. I'm here investigating the death of Levon Navarre. Have you heard anything?
He kind of like looks at the matchbook and says, I mean, that could have like come from a lot of places. Like there's stuff here. Like, I mean, they kind of hand those out. He said Levon, like, I don't know. He's that like hoity-toity that like died recently, right? Like some old wannabe explorer. And so
Yeah, that's what I'm leaning towards too. It's probably nothing. Go ahead and pocket the matchbook. Things have just been a little suspicious. So following up on a lead that brought us here. Uh, wasn't sure if something would be going on or I'm pretty sure the that our old faction might have something to do with it, but I can't be certain.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. Like there's not. I don't know a lot about Levon. It's not a name that means much to me besides kind of recent news stuff. But I haven't heard anything other whispers about him. But
And there's last we found he was seen with somebody named Gar Bulateb. Anything on this man or person?
as you say that, Bezos, like his eyes kind of dart around, and he was like, "What did you hear about Gar?" Like he's now curious to what you know.
Has anybody here seen that that one movie? I think it's called Naked Gun, where they just like keep passing the $20 for the information to each other. Yeah, I might gesture to him and be like, well, my pocketbook's a little lighter than it was before.
He'll pass you back the 50.
Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. My boy, he knows the hard life.
Yeah,
He was last seen on I think that was on Moon Day at the archives. I won't tell him what specific uh, section of the archives though. Just he was last seen at the archives where Levon was at.
okay, so this is a weird coincidence. Gar has been missing. Like he used to stay in this place called the Sedalian. Like it's not too far from here. And like he came to the ape pretty regularly, but like it's been a couple days since he's been seen here. Like I
What
don't
sort of
necessarily
business
know
did
too
Gar
much,
do?
but what kind of business did Gar do? He'll look around and say, again, very like under his breath, he'll say, he did toad business.
Ooh, okay. When did he go missing? I know you told me. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So the last time that y'all are aware of where Gar was on Moon Day. That was when he visited
Right.
the archive with Levon.
hmm
There hasn't been like official reports or anything of Gar missing, so you don't know if he's been seen other times. But in terms of what y'all have, that's the last time that y'all have record of him.
Okay, gotcha. And the name of the place that he was staying at was called what? I apologize.
Called the Sadalian. Sadaalian. Which I'm sure is a word or is inspired by a word or something like that. I don't know what this means. So.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. All right. And would I know if that's a ship or like an apartment complex?
He'll let you know. He'll describe it more as like a hotel. Like
A hotel. Okay.
there are some people stay there a little longer. Like Gar's
Mhm.
been there. Like I said, he's a regular here, but it's like maybe like an extended stay.
Okay. Did his business have anything to do with your business, friend?
He'll say, we never interacted. He was a bit like different parts,
hmm
but I know him more just from being here than from actual work. I was trying to get my way in and get a cut on some of the jobs, but
All right.
had not
Well, I
quite gotten
appreciate
there
the
yet.
information. Yeah, I appreciate the information, man. You made my life a lot easier. And I'll go ahead and hand him back the 50 Rook. And stay safe out there. It's a dangerous world. And then I'll kind of give them a high five, pat on the back, dap them up somehow, some way.
Dab 'em up. Y'all can do a dab together, or the also transcending time is the Dragon Ball Z fusion dance, and
Exactly. Yeah. All right, and maybe I'll clink our glasses together or something like that. Cheers, and walk off or something.
Okay.
Walk back to the safety of my party's arms.
Yeah. The group, y'all are having y'all's chicken tendies.
Always.
And things are going as y'all maybe commiserate. I'm gonna give I don't know if this is technically how food works, but for the sake of the party, for those of you that have taken damage, you can regain 1 health point for having a good meal with friends. Do not take this as a permanent rule for eating, but for this situation, I'll give you back a point.
So rule is no eating 50 chicken tendies before a boss battle.
Yeah. This is not going to be Skyrim where you can pause and just scarf down a whole bunch of food to heal
Just
up.
a whole cheese wheel.
Yeah. A whole cheese wheel, 50 tomatoes.
Yes.
And then as y'all go and eat, the tab comes. I do think canonically there were 3 drinks, right? Vesper, Yarkova, and Phoebe all grabbed drinks, and Laura.
I also got a drink.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's going to come out to 300 rook for the party. As you all ate and got some drinks. If y'all want to figure out how y'all are going to divvy that out.
I have 100.
I've got 35.
I got 100.
A 10.
I'll cover the last. Cover the last 100.
Okay.
She's gonna have to go steal again. This is
Team
not.
Team Crime better make an important run here because
Yep.
we all
We're
need
gonna
money.
have to get some sticky fingers going on.
Yeah.
Steam, I think you overpaid. I think you only owe what, 65, right? Because
300.
Vesper,
so.
myself Vesper and myself were 100 each, and then
Okay.
and then
Laura
Laura
had
had
35.
35.
35, yeah.
35. Okay,
Okay, so 65 then.
Yeah.
there you go. Yeah.
Man, I was ready
We're
for
the
y'all to not be able to
best.
pay y'all's bill. I was ready to party.
It was close.
Yarkova does have cooking
So if we
utensils.
didn't pay, could we start a bar fight?
I mean, I'm not going to tell you what was in the book, but who
Even
knows
if we
what could
can
have happened.
pay, we could start a bar fight.
Yeah. Now that's
Listen.
welcome to TTRPG.
You could always still just flip a table.
All right, Knight's
Yeah.
still young, guys.
when in
Table's
doubt.
looking very flippable.
Phoebe's gonna have to figure out how to start a TikTok account if that exists in this world, and try to become an influencer so she can have money
On
coming in.
Book Talk. You do book
Yes!
reviews.
Book radio.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yes. Love
We need to
this.
figure out how to get PJ some passive income.
The nickname.
Financial
Y'all are
independence,
able-
retire early.
Yes, exactly. The good news is most people don't retire in the Lost Horizon. So
Just
But
end up
why
dead.
not?
you're all able to make y'all's way out of the Golden Ape after settling y'all's bill. And if we're thinking about it, there's the dock area where all the ships and all of that stuff is. Then there's the main thoroughfare walk area where the Golden Ape is. And that's just somewhere on this thoroughfare is where the cantina for the Explorers Guild, as well as the Explorers Guild headquarters, are located. Then there's like farther back, there's kind of the more sketchy, the more seedy side of Aluminum Bay. And you'll follow the directions from Bezo as you go and you make your way.
Hold up. We need to go get, well, since we're done at the Golden Ape, do we have time to go get PJ's gun?
So she did say the gun would be ready in the morning.
In the morning. Okay.
So,
Cool.
yeah. And so
maybe we can make some more money by then.
Yeah. And so this is something for y'all that like to be aware of like if you're going to repair, it takes a shift, which is 6 hours. So, so we're having this NPC follow the same time constraints that y'all would have. So, and then, yeah, so as you make your way, there's a very sketchy, pretty run down 4-story hotel. This is like in those edges of that dock area, seedy back area type stuff. Maybe this has been like, this used to be a cool place, and as the docks expanded out and Aluminum Bay became a bigger and bigger place, this hotel kind of got left behind. It's between this like old factory and some warehouses. Like it just like seems super out of place. And then on the door in pretty faded paint, you see the words "The Sandillion," and then there is this blue rose painted on the metal door. What would y'all like to do?
I think Yarkova would like to go in. If anybody else have any reservations about it? Like he'll move to open it unless otherwise indicated.
Do we have reservations at the hotel?
Hello, it's a good one.
Disagree.
Stop trying to get Cam to kill us all.
Yeah.
Okay. You can't help it.
As you like swing open this door, it sticks, like not in the way of like it's jammed, but in the like it clearly like has like been worn so much that like it needs like oil or lubrication or something just to get the gears turning. You have to kind of like yank on it pretty hard to get it open. And then as you look in, the lobby area is really what you could best describe as derelict. There is this guy behind the counter. He looks like he's probably the proprietor of the hotel. And then like in the lobby, there's like one flickering fluorescent light that's like lighting this lobby. It seems something like straight out of like Courage the Cowardly Dog, or like someplace that like the Scooby-Doo gang would go.
Yay.
Hello there.
The person looks up, kind of like appraises y'all and says, "What do y'all want? Y'all don't stay here. Why y'all here?"
Maybe we want to stay here.
Yeah. Ever consider that?
That was some very deep "y'all don't go here" energy.
Y'all,
I know.
She doesn't even go here.
it didn't have to be like this.
We heard
As
some.
y'all-
Yeah, I'll go up to him. I'll say, "Hey, I heard some bad news about a tenant, Gar. We're just friends of his, trying to help out and locate him."
He walked out on me, and I need to just have a few words.
I need to
It's
just have
true.
a few words.
It's true.
Broke my heart.
The guy will, he has like this, I guess, journal in front of him that he'll like close and like set his hands on the table as he looks at you and kind of appraises the group and says, I cannot reveal anything about my tenants. It's against my policy. It seems like
It's not
y'all
what you told him
probably
last
don't
week.
belong here. What I told who, ma'am?
My
his
now
like eyes like
ex-boyfriend.
narrow in.
You don't remember me? Jet. Jethro. But Jet. Gar used to call me Jet. I thought we had a thing.
He kind of just stares at y'all and doesn't say anything else. As he like his I guess we could describe as like beady eyes kind of like appraise the group.
Does this guy have a name tag?
It does. It's Sab. SABH.
So Phoebe's she's gonna keep going. Sab, listen. We hung out like a couple weeks ago. I showed you my brand new book that I grabbed, and I was telling Gar about it, and I thought like we were gonna start our own book club. You were so excited about it. Like, this is really not working for you. Like, I can already tell it's like hurting your soul working and trying to keep this place alive. And like me bringing in these books give you a little spark of that joy. And I thought that we had something.
He'll say, he'll look at it. He says, you know what? For old time's sake, if y'all want to go in and look around, it'll cost 300 work for me to open the door.
It's so mean.
For all I've helped you with in the past, I can do 5 rook.
I got 10
Where are you
rook
gonna
and I
get
owe it to
5
someone
rook
tomorrow.
from, huh?
I learned my lesson. I'm not going to give my full amount anymore. How about 1? And a trip to the archive. Because you told me you secretly loved books and you love things, and I'm a librarian. I can help.
He's
And I'm
clearly
pretty
not.
sure Gar has taken my book, and I need to get it back from his room, along with my favorite T-shirt.
Don't forget the sweatshirt too. It's a matching set.
Yes, yes, and one of them I made, and it says "Jet loves you."
She did a very fine job making it herself while listening to audiobooks.
Yes,
it's a fine crocheted set, matching shirt and hoodie. It's really beautiful craftsmanship. Okay? This thing could sell for a lot of money, and you could see a good portion of the sales.
He'll go and Sab will like reach under the desk and like and say, if y'all aren't gonna pay me to let you in, I suggest you get going before I call security.
Yarkova will put like his hand up and say, I know you know the type of business he was into. It's incredibly important, and like almost in like a threatening way, that we, find out where he is.
He says, again, I have a non-disclosure policy, and I think y'all should be getting out of here.
Non-disclose this. No. I don't have my pistol.
Just like walking out like middle fingers everywhere. It's like
Yes. Well, fine. You're not invited to the book club anymore.
It's
and just
a
kind
real
of
shame.
yeah. And it's kind of as we're setting the scene. So like the door to like get into the hotel is behind Sob's desk. And so
Okay.
just kind of as we're setting that, like in terms of what y'all would like to do. So he is like effectively kicking y'all out. But
Well, how about this? I really need to use the loo. Can I just like scurry on and just use his bathroom real quick, and then I'll just scurry on back out, and then we'll leave.
he looks at you and is
I've been
like,
holding it for like 3 hours.
like 3 hours. He's like, he goes, how would you even know what room he's in?
We dated. We were starting a book club. I can't believe you do not remember. We sat over there because I remember that janky little light, and I kept telling you you needed to fix it. But no. I thought you were turning your life around, but okay. But the loo, Sab. You gonna make me hold it?
Yeah, like I said, he's kicking y'all out. So he is not taken.
Phoebe, do you have Toad background or
Um,
anything?
I have the black toad,
No.
if
Alright,
that's what
so-
you're referring to.
So yeah, like the Black Toad, like the organization. Are you like a member of that?
No. I'm the navigators.
So yeah. So
Oh,
this is
okay.
something that's kind of up for y'all to figure
okay.
out what y'all's like faction connection like really looks at for each of you, because this is like a part of all of y'all's backstories, but like you aren't necessarily a member of that faction. Maybe you
okay.
are, and this is kind of how you imagine it. So like as an example, I think one that we talked about for Phoebe was the idea that like maybe the orphanage that she was a part of was an orphanage run by the Navigators Guild. And so like there could be that style of connection. I am of course open for y'all building out some backstories and what that looks like, but you aren't necessarily like a member of that faction.
Okay.
Or you were
But maybe Laura could name drop their Toad
Or
connection.
know some sort of like hand signal to be like, look, I'm a member of the Black Toads. Like, this is like where the Black Toads hang out, or something like that. Maybe this guy is like in the know of that sort of thing. That's what I was trying to think of.
Maybe I'll carry around.
I'll
flags
say,
or something.
Yeah.
Well, no, I did hear that correctly though, right? Emma, you said Laura, your background is Black
It's
Toad.
me. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
you could
Oh, I missed
theoretically
that.
name
Okay.
drop your contact.
I could. I'm trying to find if I had it written down. I'm trying to figure out find my Google Docs that I had it written on. So
yeah. Let me see. I don't have them all. Do I have Laura's? Yours was the publisher, Arun Akan.
that was it.
And then I think if maybe we could let the dice decide here for Laura, and like maybe how much you would know of like if you wanted to be like, hey, could I name drop someone? Like that would maybe be a like a logic roll as like a last minute Hail Mary. I could also be like talked into this being insight of like, hey, is this something that like that you could like throw this last connection before y'all are like formally kicked out.
I think logic is going to be the most useful for me in this situation. I was just like, I may know someone. You at least know by name, kind of thing. Okay, I've got a 6 and a. Oh wait, sorry, I rolled too many dice. I rolled 6 dice instead of 5, so I'm gonna just reroll again.
Okay,
if that's okay.
Yeah,
It was a 6 and a 1, but just to be fair. So that's 1 6 and no 1s.
Okay. So I'll say here you can decide, is this like hand signal? Is this throwing out a name? What does this look like? Your like last minute Hail Mary to like not get kicked out works. What does Laura do or say?
I would say my contact name again was
Arun, Orun.
Arun. Okay, so I would probably go, I don't know, guys. Maybe Arun knows how to help us with the situation and be able to help us find your ex.
Oh, good.
I was also looking through as like a side note before I take us back into this moment of like, because canonically Levon is older, and so I was like he's old. He like is this like washed up explorer, and I was like, oh, I had in my head always assumed Gar is the same way. But like it doesn't actually ever say that, and like nor would y'all have a reason to necessarily believe that. Like y'all don't even know like what Gar looks like, and so I was like doing some like skimming through and being like, oh, is this just like me bringing my preconceived things into the campaign? And so so Saab will like kind of look around, or let's say as you say that he'll say, wait a minute, you say you know Arun?
Do you?
He'll maybe now as y'all like look around the room, there are these like star chart type things like on some of the walls, and he says, Arun is one of the best publicists in Ship City. How do you know Arun?
Yeah, and I have a bit of a past.
He'll like reach under the other side of the desk, and will pull out what could best be described as a manuscript, kind of written on this like low quality paper, handwritten, scrawled manuscript. And he'll say, I'll tell you what, if you'll get this in front of Arun, I could step outside for a moment and y'all could walk in.
Just get it in front of him. Nothing else I can do. But I can't make any promises beyond that.
Says, my work will speak for itself.
It's a deal.
Okay. So he shakes your hand.
You are putting yourself out there.
He takes his like journal thing and then kind of like looks around and says, I guess I should go for a little bit of a walk. And he'll
treat yourself to a
like
slice
walk.
of cake while you're at it.
Yeah. And so with that, the lobby is y'all's.
Is there anybody else in here with us?
No, just y'all and the flickering fluorescent light.
I would like to investigate what else was underneath the desk that he was reaching for.
So as you
I'm
go and
looking
look
for a
under
ledger.
there, Yeah.
I thought shotgun.
There's what you would recognize as like an emergency button of like some sort of like you press this and then like it seems like he wasn't bluffing when he was like talking about calling security if y'all didn't leave.
Okay. Is the journal still there?
I
No,
have
he
it.
did grab the journal. You have the
He grabbed the journal.
manuscript.
There's additional. Okay.
Yeah, he had like a ledger type thing that he was working in. He has
Yeah.
that. And then y'all you have his manuscript.
His manuscript, yeah.
Is there any money lying around?
You want to
Listen, I'm going to be
The
raiding.
cash register.
I may
What's a
not
little
rob. Well, he made me mad by not believing my lie. But we need to figure out what room Gar was in so I can see if he left any money behind so I can take it. I have to earn money somehow. This seems fair.
There is like a locked drawer, but there's not like any rook like laying around or anything like that.
Okay. Well, if he has
Are you
the
evil?
journal ledger thing, we're going to figure out where Gar was staying.
Y'all dated.
Y'all dated.
Yeah.
Come on, Jet.
Oh, that's right.
There we go,
Don't you
friend.
know?
I pulled my weight.
All right, why are you looking? Vesper's gonna ask Laura if she
I
can
pulled
see
my
the
weight to support the lie.
Yep. Well, Vesper's gonna ask Laura to see the manuscript. Vesper wants to like peruse it really quickly.
Oh yeah, can we look at the manuscript together and judge his writing work?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on, let's do it.
Yeah.
I'll make my way through the door before he
Yeah,
comes
so
back.
I'd imagine like y'all are looking at it as y'all are walking through. And so like behind the counter is like the staircase that leads up to the rooms. As y'all saw from the outside, this is like a 4-story building. The first floor is the lobby, and then on the remaining 3 floors there are you would assume that there are rooms, and you kind of like have this like staircase like with doors going to the individual floors. As y'all like look at the manuscript itself, it's what would be called a zinti, which is a genre of like fiction, basically centering around expeditions or like delving, kind of the like as like a general term for like any sort of like what we would think of as like an adventure book, but set around going on an expedition, leaving Ship City, and exploring.
Kind of like if Indiana Jones was a book.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
That's actually 100% what I was thinking too. That's funny.
Indiana Jones.
Yep.
But as a book.
And then as y'all look through it, like it's pretty good. Like there's a lot of kind of heavy science talk in the book, but overall it seems to be a pretty solid work.
Oh, so it's kind of more like Indiana Jones meets The Expanse.
Yeah. Or if you were a scientist instead of an archaeologist, or like some kind of chemical scientist, because archaeologists are scientists.
So kind of more like Lost in Space.
Yeah, I kind of as y'all skim it, y'all just kind of get the gist of the overview of it being about like people going on these expeditions, and y'all would very quickly be able to recognize the genre. But as y'all are walking around, you probably need more time to get more specific thoughts on it.
Should we split the party and look?
There are 3 floors.
Our 3 floors.
No.
We have the comm
mm-mm.
links that we can talk to each other if we find something.
Yeah, but y'all went to go
To the
get ice
party!
cream, and we got injured. So no, thank you.
But we can split the party between 3 floors.
Don't like this. No, thank you.
Well, there's got to be something back here that would tell us where Gar is, or this, like, what room was his. So Vesper's
We
gonna
just
kind of
start
go behind the.
knocking.
Yeah. So we looked behind the counter, didn't find anything like a ledger, anything like
Correct.
that. With rooms. Okay. Um.
Is there anybody standing out in the hallways on the second floor?
Yeah. Are you on the
So
second?
as y'all, if y'all want to go
Yeah,
in,
I
if y'all want
figure
to
we
kind of
make our
open that
way
door.
up the stairs. Yeah, I would like. Yeah, Yarkova would like to go through the door. One track mind.
Okay. So as y'all go through, you like open the door to the second floor, and there is just this like thudding of bass coming from like the end of the hall, and you just hear like this racket, like, yeah, we're back. As people are like making a ton of noise in this like back section of the second floor.
We can go talk to them. They seem rowdy enough.
Yeah.
Whoa, cool party. Hey, have you seen my ex?
They're like, oh,
Like,
what's
yeah,
up?
hi.
We're back. They are
Like, yeah.
clearly, there's probably a group of like 8 to 10 people. They're wearing like the like uniforms of the Deborah great ship. They are clearly plastered as they are like celebrating being on dry land, and one of them comes up and is like, who's your ex? What's their name? Do we know them?
I don't know. I'm very excited right now because you are so excited right now. Yeah. So, do you know someone named Gar? Because he broke my heart, but he stole a book, and I just need it back.
Oh, let me check my memory. I'm gonna roll, and we're gonna see if this person is able to recall who Gar is.
I love your outfit, by the way.
They're like, oh, you know what? Like, there was this guy. He was like a couple doors down. He was kind of weird. But like, we saw him on a previous time we were back. It could be him.
Couple doors
Do we
down.
know what Gar looks like, by the way?
Y'all have no clue.
Is he
Y'all literally
3 doors
only
down?
have the name, and so I don't think Yarkova specifically asked Vizo for.
I did not. Mm-mm.
Which way down the hall?
Yeah, can you remind me which door? Because it's been like a month.
I think it was this one. And they'll come out as they're like carrying like a 40-ouncer of wine.
Oh, buddy.
They're like, I think it was this door. It's like 2 doors down from them.
I'm gonna take their face like this. Like, you are the most beautiful humanoid ever. Thank you so much. And then she's gonna
Of
go
course.
towards the door that they pointed to.
They're like, yeah, to X's. And then they're like, they'll go back to the party.
And at this point, Vesper, seeing that they're from the great ship, is gonna like squeal and go running towards the door. Like, she's about to ditch you guys and go hang out with the people of the great ship and just pepper them with questions. I don't know if she's gonna get drunk or not, but you're about to lose her. Like, she's excited.
Oh. Hold on there, buddy. We gotta stay on track.
Split the party.
we gotta stay on track a little bit. How about first we find out the information that we need, and then we can go back and hang out with the cool people.
Oh,
Ooh, I like you.
First thing, then that.
when we do this, then we can go hang out.
First, we got to get the information, and then we can go party. Sound good?
Deal.
Fine.
We need your expertise in the searching of this room.
We need your eyes.
There's only so much that we can do.
We need your brilliance on this task.
Pilot-y eyes.
Yep.
Oh,
You.
fine. I know you don't need me that badly, but fine.
That's not true.
Okay.
We need you a whole lot.
Maybe we'll also take Vesper's space. You beautiful,
Between us, girls.
beautiful humanoid that you are.
Between
You're
the three
one of
girls
us.
in the party, you're
You're one of us.
beautiful, you're kind, you're brave, you're beautiful.
You're smart.
And Vesper's just gonna stand there and go, "Wow, that actually works."
You are wanted. Your skills are very valuable to the team.
Value you.
Okay,
much.
fine. So Vesper's gonna walk over. We said a couple doors down.
Yep.
Yep.
Do you
It's
point
this
right or
one.
left? That one? And then
Left.
she's just
That
gonna
one.
knock on the door.
There's
she's
no
gonna knock
response
on
to
the door.
knock.
Is it unlocked?
Do you want to try to open it?
Yes.
I don't like how you said that.
We need her to do her job.
Okay, Vesper, I would love.
So she's gonna knock, no answer, and just to play the part, Vesper's gonna like pound her fist on the door and just be like, "Gar! PJ needs her book back.
There's
You
still no
open this
response.
door and you give her that book."
Still? Oh, he's making.
Still no
me mad.
response.
Should we just go in? Is it unlocked?
Can I test the doorknob? Is it like if I jiggle it, does it feel locked? Do I
It
get
does-
any resistance or
It in fact does
Is it
not
just-
feel locked.
okay?
I don't know how to search for traps.
Do any of us?
I'm sure it's
I'm
fine.
stealthy, but.
No.
Well, I'm just gonna pull a steam and open the door.
Oh God.
As you
Like,
open
but
it-
like she's gonna like twist it, but then like she's gonna take a step back or
Oh.
two and just
Hold on.
Yeah, as soon as I see that this is what's happening, I'm gonna kind of get everybody out from in front of the door, like
Yeah.
push us out from being
So
directly
almost
in
yes,
front of it.
yeah. So almost like as she's pushing it, it's like so she's standing off to the side and like pushing it open.
Okay. As you get the door most of the way open, you start to meet some like resistance on like the door itself. Like there's like something behind it.
Okay, can I peek through the door jamb in the crack of the door, and can I see anything behind it?
Yeah, it's pretty dark. Like the lights are out in the room, but you can make out what looks to be a whole bunch of like takeout containers, just kind of piled behind the door.
I knew it. I knew he was upset about the breakup.
That's mildly depressing.
And all you're gonna,
Really
you guys
took it
are just
hard.
gonna hear Vesper go, "Oh my god, who eats this much takeout?"
It is an unreasonable amount of takeout.
That really does just confirm that you are a catch, Phoebe.
Thank you for saying that.
It's true. You really are a catch.
You crushed him so
self-esteem.
hard he couldn't leave.
He took it real personal.
Wait, okay, hold on. Just to make sure we got our story straight, I'm really confused. Did you break up with him or did he break up with you? Because the
No,
book.
she
were
definitely
angry.
broke up with him.
Oh, okay.
She
So she
definitely
broke up with him, but he kept the book, and
Because
now we're here to
cheating,
get
right?
the book back.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he stole
cheating.
money
Okay.
from me.
And he
He
stole
stole
money.
money.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
Okay.
a good.
And
a
we
good
need to get that money
250
back.
root.
For PJ.
For PJ.
Yes, it was like 1,000 rook.
Yeah,
Thousand
it
rook.
was a lot of money that he took.
All right.
It was
So
a
after
lot.
pushing the door, seeing the food containers, I'm gonna Vesper's gonna pull her head kind of around and look in the room as much as possible. Like, what do we see? What does she see?
So, assume you want to like turn on the lights, or do you want to leave it's dark
Not
in the
yet. She just kind of wants to see.
Yeah.
She knows it's dark, but she's just trying to get
Yeah.
some sort of sense of the room.
As you look in, it's pretty hard to like make out a lot. It seems to be a pretty small room. Like you feel like you can make out like where the shape of like the bed would be. But something seems weird about the room from what you can see with the lights off.
Okay. So that is the light switch in reach without going into the room.
Yeah, you
Like,
had to
would it
like
kinda be
reach
like if
like
you stuck your
into
head
that
outside the
thing.
door? Okay. So we'll turn the lights on.
Okay, so as you turn down the lights, boo-doo-doo-doo, as you turn on the lights, Gar's room becomes illuminated, and you realize that fuzziness of what you were seeing is just a whole lot of papers like strewn everywhere within the room. Some of them are like crumpled up, some of them are tossed places, and whereas like Lavon's apartment looked like it had been ransacked, this room just looks like it is a mess and has always been a mess. Like I said, there's like papers all over the place, crumpled sheets. There's like a small, you can see what looks to be like a small pantry, and then there's what the book describes as a minuscule sink. So I imagine this as like barely big enough to like cup your hands under.
Is this a sink for ants?
Maybe.
I understood that reference.
You know what this whole apartment thing reminds me of, and it's totally random. Do you guys ever see the Friends episode when Ross goes to make out with a girl and her room is just trashed and like there's rats and he like reaches into the couch and like finds something slimy and he's just like gagging the whole time? That's what this room makes me think of.
Yeah, that's what y'all see from where you are.
Vesper's gonna like glance back at VJ and be like, I technically don't question anybody's life choices, but I really, really hope you did not spend the night in this place.
Oh God, no. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't believe you dated this guy.
I mean, just by room alone, I can understand why you broke his heart. Okay.
Love this so much.
So, taking a couple steps into the room, kind of like shuffling feet through all the takeout on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Would we, or would Vesper know, since she's the first person in the room, would she understand or notice? Because you said that the room is off. There's something very weird about the room. Is it something that like is so noticeable it's like in your face, or is it just kind of like that tug at the back of your head, like something is weird, but I just can't put a finger on it, kind of odd?
The weirdness was the mess, like seeing the mess through the dark. So like kind of like you weren't sure what to make of like the shapes you were seeing, like when you see something in the dark and you can't tell what it is. That's what it was. So
so Vesper will kind of like stop in the doorway and kind of like scoot back and turn back to allow the rest of the group to kind of come in, and whoever wants to come in like behind me, I'm just gonna kind of turn back to everybody and be like, I don't even know where to start.
Yeah. I have a feeling this guy didn't even keep himself very clean.
Do any of the papers have anything to do with the glyphs, like the builder glyphs?
Yeah, so you want to start taking like a look at the papers themselves.
Yeah, just an indiscriminate handful of papers. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can like kind of like just reach down, grab a bunch of papers. They are what we could best describe as conspiracy theories. Like they are like theories about glyphs, about the builders. There are like some like wildly unhinged theories, including stuff about like time travel and like stuff like that. There's a pretty like wild array of stuff written down with not really a lot of cohesion as you look at the papers.
Roger,
Just
Roger.
kind of, first of all, not that I think it's really going to play into the way I act out the rest of the scene, but Steam has been so out of it that at this point he's not entirely sure if Phoebe actually dated this guy or if this was all cover story. And so
really committing to the bit.
There are some questions
Yeah,
here
yeah.
that we need to talk about later.
Yeah.
Yeah. But at the same time, like I see Yarkova reach down and grab a handful of papers, and I look around the room and it just and then I will also reach down and grab a handful of papers and kind of just quickly shuffle through them and see if anything more stands out or if it's literally just more of the same. Or
yeah, as you pick up that pile, basically like a broken necklace, like kind of like a dog tag type thing falls out. And on the pendant of it, there is this picture of a black toad.
Jewelry!
Wait, no.
But jewelry?
Like,
Joy's my
too, that's
favorite.
me.
Joy's my favorite. But it would look so good around my flight suit.
and you may yet have
But
it when
Black
we're
Toad,
done,
that's
Vesper. But
me.
I think maybe
It would
we
go with my
let
latest outfit.
Laura at least investigate first.
Fine. Laura Boo Boo can have it.
Maybe you can have it once we're done with this mission. How about that? Fair trade?
Fair trade.
Fair trade. Okay. I'm gonna look at it.
Okay. It is relatively unimpressive as far as like jewelry goes. It again, kind of describing it as like a dog tag. It's like this thin piece of metal that's like stamped and like basically like maybe like painted on this like this black toad logo. And so there's like a little bit of texture, but like it doesn't seem very fancy or anything like that.
Does it remind you of anything going back to the Black Toad connection?
Really, other than confirming for y'all, kind of what y'all suspected from Bezo, that that Gar is connected with the Black Toads. This doesn't necessarily like spark anything else that would be insightful.
No like serial number or name or nothing. It's literally just a necklace with the logo on it.
Information, so to say.
Yeah.
If lost, please return to.
Please return to XYZ.
What else would y'all like to do in the room?
Okay, this is probably like going
just
deep
one room.
Yeah. Yes, it's a very small room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Money.
I know if there's like a bathroom with a door kind of deal.
Oh yeah.
So, this is totally. I'm going down a rabbit hole. I know. But just out of more curiosity, is there anything on the dog tag or anything in the room? Because I know we haven't gone through the whole room yet, but something about like that connects. Because I know there's a number of branches within the Black Toad.
Mm-hmm.
So is like, can we tell like is this a general sense he's connected with the Black Toad, or is there more like a specific branch of the Black Toad that are more like that might just give us a little bit more of a direction?
Yeah, nothing really stands out, whether that's from like Vesper's lack of knowledge or whether from there being nothing there. Like nothing else jumps out to you. And Phoebe, you said you wanted to look for some money. Where are you looking?
Yes. Underneath the to-go containers.
Look under the
Any-
mattress.
Yeah, like any drawers that I see under the mattress.
We see if there's any loose floorboards.
Like she is, because I feel like from her orphan background, she knows how to maybe look in all the nooks and crannies. Maybe not everything, but like she's trying really hard to get her hands on some money.
Okay.
Yeah, floorboards, everything.
I'll say as you dig around, you find 300 rook scrawled in like random places throughout the room. So like perhaps in like the flour or like inside of like the food jar. I'll give you that description for it to give you a little extra there with 300. And you're able to find all of those. And then all of y'all collectively as y'all go through, and this is where we will call it for tonight. You stumble across as you're like digging, like maybe like looking through the trash by the bed, you find a ticket. As always, this is on stream, but I will drop it in our chat as well so that y'all have it. It says, "Welcome aboard the Tamorian Tusk, the finest ferry of Pier 17." And then and maybe this is what caught your attention here, is there's this bright red ink that just has Station 11 circled. And that is where we'll call the gameplay side. I do want us to do
10 more minutes. 10 more minutes.
Well, I'll tell you what, we could go 10 more minutes, or you could get some XP.
Okay. XP sounds good.
And so I'll give you all that. Let me find our questions. Okay. So again, answer these for yourself based on how your character has been doing over the past 2 sessions. So keep that in mind. So question 1, did you participate in either of the sessions? If so, get 1 XP. Did you roleplay your quirk? If so, get 1 XP. Did you explore an unknown location? And then
we're saying no for this one.
As last
right?
time, we're
Because
considering
we're
the
still in-
motel unknown. Yeah.
Are we still considering like Ship City all one known now after last sesh?
Yeah, that's kind of the weird one here. Like, I think I'll give it to y'all. Like, y'all can take this as this one feels weird to me because it's like, I just don't return to the same locations, then it's always somewhere new. But like, I'll give it to y'all. Next up, this is also a gimme. Did you investigate a mystery?
Yes.
Did you instigate or partake in intrigue? Any arguments for yes?
All of us committing to PJ's backstory?
Yeah, does that count?
Does that count?
I'll give it
That's
to
a
you.
stretch.
I'll give it. That'll be fine. Let's see. Did you help another explorer? And this is the one that is not the party. When we say, did you help another explorer?
I mean, we helped the guy pick up all the stuff when he broke the crate from the crane.
Everybody,
that's
not
true.
me, helped Lynn.
Everybody, you're covered.
I would say he, though, is not an explorer. So
Okay, that was gonna be my next question, but is he technically an explorer?
Next up, did you
What about
overcome a difficult challenge? So
We didn't die last time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, last session was the combat. I would argue for yes.
I'll give that to y'all.
Yeah. Armed, investigators beat some unarmed individuals. Barely.
And
I don't know, the
barely.
stabbings that took place would argue against the unarmed part.
That's
Yeah.
true. Some of them were just given the punches. I was
Yes.
listening to it and I was like, no.
And then last one for y'all individually, did you interact with your affiliated faction through your contact or background?
Ooh.
What if
Did
I
my referencing
contacted
my
my
guy count?
contact?
I don't know if that counts or not.
I'll give you Bezo and I'll give you Laura for name dropping your friend contact. So those are your crew. Again, have that XP ready to go, or you now have the XP ready to go. You can use it to grab talents either between sessions or from our house rule that we introduced last session. If there's an ability that or a talent that you think would be helpful to your character in the moment, you can use that XP to get that talent. Try to make sure it's feels relevant to your character still. Don't just be like, hey, this will help this role, I'm going to take this talent. But have it be something there. And then let's get to our crew points, which Tasha is tracking, I believe. So, did the crew take on a challenge together?
Yes.
Yes. Nope. No party splitting happening.
Okay. So that's one. Did the crew undertake a delve, a trek, or a great ship voyage? You did not. Did you find a new builder, glyph, or artifact?
Does the dog
y'all-
tag count as an artifact?
It does not count as an artifact. And so, and then did the crew give or get promised a favor from a faction? And then did the crew turn in an artifact to a faction? And then last, did the crew gain aid from the bird in a desperate circumstance? Y'all did not. Y'all did look at it, but the bird did not help, or was not able to help in that situation. And so, so I believe that's just one crew point.
Yep.
And so, and
3.
that's where we'll stop for tonight. Want to say, as always, thank you everyone for participating and playing as we go and develop out our story. Appreciate all of y'all hanging out on this Monday night. Chat, thank y'all so much for being here and being a part of it as well. We will be back in 2 weeks on the 24th for session 5. We'll be picking up right here as well. And then next week, Emma and I will be back chatting geeky news, all of that kind of stuff. And so, Locke, any streams you want to plug this week?
I, in theory, will be back on Friday for Marvel Rivals. If that's the kind of thing that tickles your fancy, come by and hang out while I do very poorly at a hero shooter. But I'm actually very excited. At my 12-hour anniversary stream a couple of weeks ago, we finally got into Heave Ho 2, which I'd been waiting years for it to even exist, and now it's out. We did not come anywhere near beating it, though, so you know what that means. We got to get back in there. So this Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern, myself, Gamingly Challenged, Okar, and Not So Silent Bob are hopping back into the world of Heave Ho 2 to try to get as far as we possibly can. So come through for that. If you don't like Marvel Rivals, I totally get that's not everybody's cup of tea. But if you don't like Heave Ho, I don't know if we can be friends anymore.
So go check him out. Twitch.tv/Locksteady. And yeah, again, thank you everyone. I hope you have a fantastic night. We'll catch y'all later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.